Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to W.M.S.T. episode number 36. It was a jam-packed, action-packed week. Let's break it all down here tonight. We've got the editor-in-chief, Ziggler, right here. What up, Ziggler?
I can't believe Brock Lesnar is champion again. We're still in the Brock era.
I know you got a lot to say on that. And as always, we've got everybody's favorite weirdo and mine, Cam. What up, Cam?
I was mad, Yawner.
Yeah, he was big mad, y'all.
Are y'all hearing that Edge is medically cleared for in-ring return?
Yeah, I did hear that.
He literally tweeted, "No, I am not," and "No, I am not."
Lies.
Yeah, he's just keeping it a secret for his return. And did anybody notice, like, at the end of Smackdown, when the show was about to end, the screen got smaller, like an IMAX movie? Did anybody notice? Or was that only me?
No.
Like, I thought they were experimenting with, like matches are going to have wider screen and then, segments or, cutscenes are going to have smaller screen.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
I didn't see it.
I guess I don't know. I thought the screen was getting smaller at the end of the show when Brock Lesnar was looking at Kane Velasquez, not the actual Kane.
My God, it's gotta be Kane.
I gotta keep saying his name to remember it and have it be fresh in my mind, and I don't fuck it up. Velasquez.
He's the former UFC world champion.
Yeah, the man who beat Brock Lesnar 9 years ago.
He was in debate of being the best the best heavyweight in MMA, but he's not anymore. He's absolutely not anymore. They were like toxic early in his. I mean, he didn't really retire. His last fight, he got knocked the fuck out though. So.
Yeah, I guess he's transitioning into wrestling now.
I think his last fight was like a few months ago.
Yeah.
And he got knocked TF out.
Rumors going around that Cyborg or Amanda Nunes was trying to wrestle.
Yeah, I heard that. But Cyborg signed with Bellator, and Amanda Nunes is a double champion there and UFC. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept seeing the rumors and them teasing stuff with Becky.
Yeah, I thought Cyborg was gonna sign with AEW too, because she was like tweeting about them and stuff. People were like, "Oh, she might sign with AEW."
I mean, she'll literally kill every chick in that backstage.
Yeah.
She'd be a killer.
Yeah, and like, Amanda Nunes too.
People like Riho, Nyla Rose, and
because Amanda Nunes killed Cyborg. So
yeah. And is Ronda Rousey coming back? Because I heard like Fox wants Ronda Rousey as the main person.
I was actually surprised she wasn't on tonight.
Yeah, like, is she gone for like a year or something?
She still has the hand issue.
She's been gone since Mania.
So is she gonna go for like a year now? Like, is she coming back next year?
She still has that TV show, and I think she still has her busted up finger.
Oh wow, that's tough.
That 911 TV show they were promoting.
Also, she was wanting a baby too, but I don't think she's pregnant yet.
Yeah, we have no idea. She's not really like a public person, so like she doesn't tweet about that stuff.
She's on Total Divas though.
Yeah, I guess that's wrong, but I guess that's as public as it gets.
Yeah, and
very low key.
But yeah, if Cyborg comes to WWE, she's running to freaking AEW.
True.
And then if Cyborg goes to AEW, Ronda's going back to WWE.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
They need their big names to draw in viewers.
Yeah. I thought it was
make their own.
That's why they had Tyson Fury come out, The Rock, Cain Velasquez.
Because they can't build their own motherfuckers.
Did I miss
Brock
out?
Lesnar.
Did I miss something, or did Stone Cold no-show the show?
Oh, yeah. Stone Cold wasn't
Austin
there.
And Taker, but they didn't.
Yeah, Taker wasn't there.
The funny thing about that is they advertised those two guys, and if you look at the TV description of the show, it says we will see appearances from The Rock, Ric Flair, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Stone Cold Steve Austin wasn't there. I
wonder
if
was only on TV for a few seconds.
But
yeah.
But that opening segment was fire though.
Yeah.
The opening segment was great.
Although I did find it interesting though how
people in my DMs and comments saying, "Oh, Becky's not that big of a star. Are you not watching the same show? I'm watching."
You're blind.
Bruh, The Rock gave her so much credit. I mean,
yeah, Rock definitely put her over.
Yeah.
I did find it interesting though that the Raw Women's Champion opened the first ever SmackDown on Fox.
And
the draft didn't
SmackDown
happen.
Women's Champion lost on the opener.
But I'm thinking Seth and Becky are gonna lose at Hell in a Cell, then they're both gonna get drafted. Drafted to SmackDown.
I think so too.
Charlotte and
that's
Becky
the
are
smart
gonna be
move.
drafted to SmackDown.
Yeah, because I'm like seeing hella material, like Fox related material, and they're
What about Seth Rollins though? He's getting drafted to SmackDown too.
Yeah, he's getting drafted to SmackDown.
Yes, you have to keep Becky and Seth together. They're engaged.
Well, you know how Vince is sometimes. Well, he doesn't actually care about them as a couple, so he'll have them.
He doesn't
together.
care about them as a couple. Dude, he like showboated them as a couple for like months.
Oh, not anymore though.
Forget about Extreme Rules.
They still had to, just like Charlotte and Andrade, had to keep them together.
You know who Vince cares about as a couple? Lana and Rusev. That's why he's always trying to break them up.
Yeah, he tried to break them up with Dolph Ziggler too. Remember that?
Nah, they got Lashley cuckolding.
They had Dolph Ziggler like in 2015, and then they were engaged, and then that's when they got back together. Now Lashley, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. And of course the Fiend. I know there was like a rumor saying Fox was very interesting in drafting Fiend, but I think Fiend is definitely going to be a Raw superstar.
He's winning the Universal title.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, there's no way he's going to lose at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
The Fiend losing in Hell in a Cell? Nah.
Yeah, that Firefly Funhouse.
Dude, that was so good.
Yeah,
it was hilarious.
Rambling Rabbit, man. Like, he's like the
Kenny of South Park. Yeah.
He dies every episode.
You killed Kenny, you bastards.
Yeah, I like how he's like the stand-in for the baby faces. He's always, and then Bray just like kills him with Mercy the Buzzard. Like, I like that context.
I was dying.
I was dying.
I was dying when he was dressed as Seth Rollins. It's like, we're gonna burn it down.
I was like, don't go into cell, Seth. I want to be like you, like when I grow up.
I love Rambling Rabbit. He's my favorite character on the Firefly Funhouse.
And then he fucking dies in a pet cage.
The cell was red again. Are they gonna do that freaking red Hell in a Cell? Because the cell was red in the Firefly Funhouse. They better not. I hated that cell.
Like, you could barely see in that.
So yeah, let's talk about that ending to SmackDown. My goodness. It reminds me of that Stephen A meme we just talked about. I feel bamboozled, run amok. I mean, I feel all types of emotions right now.
You've been swerved, bro.
We've been swerved worse than any Vince Russo swerved. We've
been hoodwinked, bamboozled, run amok, led astray, and flat out deceived.
Exactly. We were promised a match, a proper match. They were building this up for Brock Lesnar as a match that he hasn't competed on television in 15 years. They were saying all this stuff on Twitter. Oh, the iPhone didn't exist before Brock Lesnar.
Liv Morgan was a kid when this happened.
When last time Brock Lesnar wrestled. And then we actually get to the match. It's not even a match. Okay, and they were building up Kofi throughout the night, showing him as this dominant champion who hasn't lost in the past 6 months. He loses 3 seconds to Brock Lesnar. That makes Kofi look so bad. It's infuriating how bad they made Kofi look. Forget about all that. Cain Velasquez makes his proper WWE debut and brawls with Lesnar, and that's the end of the show, folks. I mean, I know there were strong rumors about Cain Velasquez being in advanced talks with WWE, but to actually see him there, that was pretty wild, honestly. But I couldn't really focus on that moment after what I saw with Kofi. Like, watching him for 6 months, defending the title, having great matches, being a strong champion, all that, just so we can watch a 3-second match against Brock Lesnar on television. I think it's just some next level bullshit, honestly.
Yeah, I'm with you. That was complete bullshit, and I hate that Brock is. I hate part-time champions. I mean, I don't have a problem with like Brock Lesnar being part-time. Having like great matches. Like he can have great matches. Let's be honest here. Like, but him as champion, I just fucking hate it.
Yeah,
and
true.
I was really I wasn't mad. I was just disappointed.
Yeah, what were your thoughts when Cain Velasquez appeared and him potentially having a run with WWE?
I mean, I'm a huge MMA fan. I'm a hardcore, and I love Cain Velasquez. He was my favorite. He was my favorite fighter when I started watching, and he was awesome. But he's not that great of a. I mean, he's still a great fighter, but because of back issues and back injuries, he didn't fight a lot. And he recently fought Francis Ngannou, and he got knocked the fuck out in seconds. So yeah, and then he goes to AAA, and I mean, he had like 2 or 3 matches there, and I didn't watch them, but I heard he did good. So fucking hell, I saw like a thing he did like a hurricanrana or some shit. I was like, oh shit, the boy can move. And yeah, and him potentially feuding with Brock Lesnar, and the last time they met, Cain Velasquez, killed him, destroyed him, bloodied him up, and it would be so dope if Brock Lesnar grew his beard back for this match. They're potentially gonna have, because yeah, it would be so awesome. But he's probably not gonna do it. He likes to fucking tease us with that beard and shave it off the next day. Fucking bitch. But yeah, their match are gonna. I mean, I don't know. It's probably gonna be for the WWE title, and Brock's probably gonna win again because Vince has a hard on for him. So yeah, and I don't see Cain Velasquez being WWE champion anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the man can speak broken English, I believe.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, they can get him a manager. That's always an
Get
option.
him Zelina Vega.
True.
Get the LWA or LWO back.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn.
True. Just have Sami Zayn.
Yeah. Rey Mysterio brought him out though. So have Rey Mysterio, Zelina Vega, Andrade, Cain Velasquez, get the LWO back.
Yeah. They got let's do it, LWO, And it's interesting, like Cain Velasquez and Brock Lesnar. Fox probably is pushing for this feud because, Fox had UFC. They lost the rights to UFC to ESPN, so they want some of the UFC flavor in their programming. And Cam, I want to know your thoughts on the finish to Smackdown, and I want to know who you think can challenge Brock Lesnar and eventually beat him for the championship.
It was a very weird ending. I was dreading the fact that they were going to do a squash match. I was literally thinking, well, wait, they have like 5 minutes left, and like 5 or so minutes left in the show. Surely there'll be enough time for an actual competitive match. No, they do the F5, they do the squash finish, which I was scared that they were gonna do. I kept picturing it in my head, thinking, please don't do this, and they did it. Like, I'm not mad that Kofi lost. I'm glad at the fact that he got his opportunity to be a world champion. He's etched his name in the history books and had a 180-day title reign. It's just how he lost. That's what people are mad. He lost and was made to look like a an irrelevant pussy ass bitch. Cain Velasquez, on the other hand, if he doesn't sign, it will be very weird it will be a very weird thing. Like, so you bring out a guy from Lesnar's past, a former UFC world champion, and one of the few people in the world that actually beat Lesnar in MMA. And you don't sign him? You don't build up for a match? They'll just sign him and hope for the best. Start building it up. Maybe it'll be like Brock and Goldberg from Survivor Series in 2016. Meanwhile, the draft is next week, so that should be fascinating. What they do to follow up the Kane V thing, and whatever other things that they want to do for Fox.
Yeah, and so who do you think is a viable contender other than Cain Velasquez for Lesnar?
Well, Roman Reigns again.
Oh,
You could
wow.
do Daniel Bryan, maybe.
True. Yeah.
I forgot about Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
We
it
all
looks.
forgot about Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
Honestly, this is like a decent little position for him. Him being in this mid card to main event feud.
true.
He's not holding any titles. He's not feuding with. He's mainly putting over Eric Rowan. Like, it isn't a bad position for him. And plus, people are starting to now get used to him.
Yeah, and yeah, they were all cheering for him to shake hands with Daniel Bryan too. So, how about that ladder match though?
It's like they pad that match and fast forward. Like, I was watching the YouTube clip for it, and it just popped up in my head. Like, all this is just spots.
Yeah, it was pretty fast. I mean, it was fun though, but it was a fast
that's
match.
the match of the night, basically, since there was only like 5 matches on the card, and the world title match was literally less than 10 seconds.
Yeah, the horsewoman match wasn't like the Raw and Madison Square Garden one.
Yeah.
But the tag team, but the ladder match was pretty fun, even though it was just spot after spot. It was still fun. And I kind of wanted Kevin Owens to lose so he can go to the NXT Undisputed Era, but this is fine too, I guess. What else happened?
The new stage setup.
I like it.
I was literally picturing a tall setup in my head, and honestly, I wasn't disappointed.
I was expecting another half pipe.
Like, it blows the half pipe out of the water.
Yeah, it really does. They really, well, SmackDown is their new A show, so, and
I love
Raw
just
is
how
not.
the production, it looks huge for it. The stage, the graphics, the new cameras.
That new intro was dope. With the AC/DC, that was pretty great.
Like, I bet Vince was trying to save up enough money to get AC/DC as a show theme.
I mean, yeah, it's AC fucking DC. Like, they're one of the greatest, if not the greatest, rock band of all time.
And probably charge big bucks for royalties. Same with Metallica.
Metallica.
Like, they're huge for royalties. Like, that's why they've only had like a handful of pay-per-view themes from them.
What's the Raw theme now? Is it someone
Skillet?
like? Oh, yeah, they use them a lot, or they did back then.
It isn't a bad song.
I've only heard it once on Raw. I mean, I haven't.
Like, I've only heard it once and put it on my Spotify playlist, and I haven't listened to it yet.
I feel bad for people who are gonna buy 2K. They're not gonna have all these cool stages.
This year's game it suffers from 2K17 syndrome. How the game came out around the time of the brand split reboot, and now this game comes out when the new TV deals come in.
I mean, the gameplay looks cool, but it's
Graphics
not.
are kind of a step back from the last two games.
I mean, I don't have a console, so I won't buy it. Are you gonna buy it?
I might wait on it. I might get deluxe when the price goes down.
No. Yeah, I'm not a big 2K guy. I never was, really. I mean, it was fun for like a few weeks, but then it just got boring.
That's why they have the DLCs to try and keep it fresh. Like, I'll always try to wait out for the new people DLC. Last
NXT.
year. Yeah, like last year's was Ricochet, Dakota Kai, Leo Rush, Lacey Evans.
Is the Fiend DLC?
He's pre-order.
Oh. Smart.
Like, I kind of hate that. Like, I know you need a reason to pre-order the game. Last year, they had Rey Mysterio and Ronda Rousey, but they should be already on disc. Like, they made the cut-off date.
I mean, they'll be available for DLC like in a few months, probably. I believe.
It'll be cost like only a few bucks.
Yeah.
Either that, or if you have the deluxe edition, you'll get everything, including the Smackdown Super Deluxe DLC. Like, I just want the game instead of the bells and whistles that come with it. That's why I don't get the Super Deluxes. Even though the price may go down for it in a few months to
What will it go down in Black Friday?
Or a year. Like, I think I remember 2K17's NXT DLC pack, the Super Deluxe. I remember seeing that in a store like a year or two ago, and the price was down for it. Probably somebody. I didn't get it because it was for Xbox, but it was probably just repackaged with the game or left over. Like, they took out all the bells and whistles, the bonus stuff.
Do you have 2K18 or 19 or what the fuck?
I got Deluxe 19 on disc. I got the Deluxe 18 on digital.
And you bought that like a few months later or a year, or?
I bought those when they came out. Now I'm actually thinking about waiting on them. Fuck is he? Oh, we have another thing to talk about. Hell in a Cell. Where's the rest of it? 5 or 10 minutes for Universal. 20, 25 maybe for women's. And 10, 15 for the tag.
It's not a lot. That's why I probably had to add a few more matches, just like two or three.
What were your predictions for the draft? We gotta fill time.
Well, yeah, Becky and Seth are definitely going to be on SmackDown. I mean, yeah, SmackDown and
Roman, SmackDown. Charlotte, SmackDown. Lesnar, of course, on SmackDown.
Fiend on Raw, of course. Sasha on Raw. Bayley, I don't know about Bayley.
I kind of want them to keep going with this Bayley Sasha thing. I don't want
they've
Bayley
always
to
been
lose the title.
They've been a team for so long, though.
I want them to build the Survivor Series, like the two teams, actually, the two best friends having a match.
Yeah.
The champion versus champion thing, if they're actually doing that this year.
Yeah, but then Bayley would have to be on SmackDown. But then it wouldn't be like heel versus heel.
Eh.
And then Brock Lesnar versus The Fiend. That'll be interesting.
I want them to book The Fiend as strong as ever. Like,
so then he'll beat Brock.
Look as strong as he can, like for earlier tonight, but I want him to put The Fiend over. This is one of the biggest gimmicks that they've had in years. He's a strong monster figure, something that a lot of the guys on the roster have never seen or dealt with before. You gotta book him as strong as ever. And what better big rub and having him beat Lesnar would be one of the biggest rubs that he's ever had. And plus,
honestly.
I just thought of this. There's actual continuity with them. Lesnar actually had a feud with Wyatt in like early 2016.
Yeah, it didn't go anywhere. That Royal Rumble match.
Royal Rumble and then Roadblock 1.
But he faced Luke Harper in Roadblock.
I think it was a handy. Hold on.
I don't think Wyatt was in that match, or it was Luke Harper or Eric Rowan or something.
On the wiki page, it was a handicap match.
With who?
Bray
Harper and Bray. Huh. Who won?
Or Brock.
Oh. He probably pinned Luke.
Or Bray, since this was weak Bray.
This was supposed to go on in WrestleMania too, but plans changed, I guess. But yeah, I mean that'll be a.
Changed.
I mean that'll
Brock
be
and Bray.
Yeah. For WrestleMania.
32.
But at Survivor Series, that'll be a killer main event, or they would just go the other route and have the champions be team captains and do that for main event.
Lesnar probably won't do the team captain bullshit.
Yeah, and it'd be kind of weird to see
the brand split bullshit.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird to see the Fiend do that too. So yeah, it would have to be the Fiend versus Brock Lesnar. I mean, yeah,
also,
we can't have Seth Rollins as Brock Lesnar again. So yeah.
Another thing about the Fiend. You want to know what I want to see with the actual look for Bray? I want to see different masks.
Like how so? Like this is supposed to be like you said, like the Joker kind of like.
It's the 32 Joker.
Yeah.
2032.
I don't know what Joker. There's so many goddamn Jokers.
It's the ones with the hooks in the.
Yeah, exactly. With his face cut off, the skin.
But I just kind of want to see different iterations of it, like imagine a see-through mask or
the Cody Rhodes mask.
Like yes, the Cody Rhodes mask or different colors, or like a black and white one or an all red one.
Yeah. I mean, I love the mask how it is, but I mean, yeah, it would be cool to have like a different. It has to be like a scary mask, like this one is.
Like I'm getting the ideas basically from how Slipknot changes their masks with every album cycle.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
But the thing is, it has to be like it can be every pay-per-view or every other pay-per-view. So like he debuted the mask he wore the mask that he's been wearing for the past few months at SummerSlam. He didn't wrestle at Clash of the Champions, so he will have a different mask at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, so like every time he wrestles, like he wrestles at a pay-per-view, not just like a show up.
Like, and with that pay-per-view mask, he'll keep going with it until the next one.
Yeah, that'd be pretty dope. But how many masks can they make? Like, they're gonna have to run out of ideas, and it's
Plus,
probably gonna cost money.
Plus, it takes a long time to make them.
Yeah, exactly. So they have to make it like in months in advance. I don't know. It's not like a Rey Mysterio thing, 'cause Rey Mysterio has like thousands of masks. There's like a different mask every week. It's weird. It's cool, actually.
He even reuses some of his masks. Like, I remember some instances of him using the Mohawk masks.
Yeah, those Mohawk masks are dope.
Another thing. They just announced Bailey and Charlotte for Sunday.
Well, duh.
Well,
I mean,
duh.
So
who would have
there's
thought
the rest of it.
Well, who would have thought Candice LeRae would actually wrestle Bailey at Hell in a Cell? That's
You
some
mean
fantasy
Charlotte?
booking right there. Well, no,
Charlotte?
because remember Bailey called out Candice LeRae, was like, "Hey, I want to wrestle you at Hell in a Cell." Of course, it was gonna
When
be.
was this?
It was on Twitter,
Oh.
and I thought to
I
myself,
didn't
well,
see that tweet.
I'm
like,
like,
on
well,
Twitter a lot.
I don't know. I think maybe it was in a reply or mention, and I'm like, no, you're gonna wrestle Charlotte Flair, and you're gonna like it.
Plus, she just beat you earlier tonight.
Yeah. So
we gotta keep going with the storyline and.
All right,
Yeah.
so that's 4 matches on the card.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
I think
And
it's just
Charlotte's probably gonna win because Bailey's gonna go to Raw.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be a 3-hour pay-per-view. I don't think it should be longer than 3 hours. That would be ridiculous if it was 4 hours.
Yeah.
Like, what are we gonna do? Like a Miz TV segment on pay-per-view?
A whole bunch of impromptu matches.
Yeah, squash matches.
Earlier, Z and I were talking about how long some of the matches should go. Because the show, before they added the women's title match, should be structured around time, kind of like how War Games for NXT TakeOver was.
Yeah, true. Speaking of war, segue, NXT versus AEW kicked off this week. Of course, it was a ratings battle between two demographics, and AEW ended up being the one to top NXT, with AEW drawing 1.4 million viewers to NXT's 891K average viewers. NXT did about 400K in the 18 to 49 demographic, while AEW did 800K in the 18 to 49 demographic. And also, this was revealed to be the strongest debut for a television show on TNT in the last 5 years. So, really positive headlines for AEW coming out of this first Wednesday Night Wars. We did talk about which show. We actually reviewed both shows, but I want to discuss about which show did better. I think NXT was maybe overall the better show, only because I feel like it was built up more as a mini takeover, and that definitely helped it. And as Cam said, it was definitely a top heavy show, but I feel like even that wasn't able to shake off AEW's audience, and I feel like AEW really did have a very strong showing. And I love the fact that they value the win-loss record of a wrestler. I just love when they show like a win-loss record of a wrestler, and every match means something. Like they talked about, hey, if Pac wins this match, he could move up the ladder and be next in line for AEW Championship. Like it makes you actually want to tune into each and every match. Each and every match has a purpose. If you lose in a tag team match, it's not just a whatever tag team match. It'll actually be on your record. Start losing a little bit, and you could be falling down the contenders ladder. I think that's.
Will they have like a tag team record though?
They already do. So like, if you look at the name
But
thing,
what if because next week is gonna be uh, Hangman Page and I believe Dustin Rhodes versus Cody and Sammy. So like so Chris Jericho's like a singles competitor, but if he loses this match, would that be on his singles record or like a tag team record?
I think they might do it like NJPW does. Like if somebody pins Chris Jericho, it might affect his standing, but if he loses, it will go on his record. Because if you looked at their thing, it on the name thing, like a top thing would show like their singles record, the bottom thing would show like tag team and other match records. So it's actually a very interesting take on the regular wrestling programming. And I think that's going to keep the viewers tuned in even more.
I also think it was their viewership was so high this week because it was their first ever show. So everyone wanted to see how that was going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like if AEW continues to keep at it, they'll definitely be consistently pulling in 2 million, 2.5. I think that's a realistic number for them moving forward.
The number could go down. Like, I'm predicting the number could go down.
Yeah.
I'm not being skeptical or saying, oh, the numbers are going to be super ultra mega low, but the number could just drop for a moment.
Yeah. The one thing AEW had going for themselves is they were number one trending on Twitter over NXT for like the whole 2 hours. And they were also top 10 Google Trends, search trends. And NXT couldn't even crack top 20. So I feel like with their online buzz, I feel like that's a strong indication that there is an audience there that's going to support them.
I mean, NXT pulled out all the stops too.
Right.
Like they had Balor, Ciampa, 3 title matches. They pulled out all the stops, but still couldn't do it.
Because NXT actually did similar numbers to AEW this week. Like last week, like they had 1.2 million last week, and this week they couldn't even crack 1 million. So that just shows you, like, you know, NXT has some work to do if they're gonna compete with AEW.
They did have the better show. It's just
more AEW had more hype and build up.
I mean, I would say like I'm not sure who had the they're both great. Let's be honest here. They're both pretty great. But I'm not.
We're both the winners.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not sure which show is best. I mean, I've only seen them both once, so but I'm not sure which one is best.
Yeah.
Another thing to add to the win-loss record thing. It feels like it's an answer to the saying wins and losses don't matter.
True. Like, I actually kind of hope they do like a season thing. You know how like NBA has like the record for the 2019-2020 season? I hope they kind of do that. So, for example, the records that started today would go all the way till, let's say, their own WrestleMania, like All Out next year or whatever. That would be like their season finale or something. And then the records would reset and like it would be like a new season. What do you guys think about that?
It would be dope to have like pay-per-view records too.
That's a good idea.
Right, pay-per-view records. Like Charlotte Flair went like 12-0 at one point at pay-per-view. So like
then Bayley beat her.
Right. But you know, we don't talk about that. But like, you know, yeah. So she could have been like contenders for years to come. So like, if you have a strong pay-per-view record, you would always be in title contention.
I actually want WWE to do the same thing, but they're still in the mindset of wins and losses don't matter.
Yeah. They kind of tried to do something similar to this when Smackdown was doing their power rankings for like 2 weeks.
The one thing that everybody forgot about.
Yeah, and like Randy Orton was mad that he was number 9. That was kind of stupid.
I think Becky Lynch was somewhere, and AJ was number 1.
Yeah, so it's like
they tried.
Well, at least they tried, but they couldn't follow through with it. They couldn't commit to it.
I think they do a power rankings thing online on their website for overall entire week, but it doesn't affect the show.
Yeah, never mentioned. And one last thing I want to mention is Chris Jericho's comments about the war between NXT and AEW. So here's a direct quote from Chris Jericho, and I quote, "I know how they work, and the fact is I haven't seen the actual rating, but I'm assuming they know how it is, and I think we probably kicked their ass. They started this. Everything that they've done has been reactionary to us. We're not in a war with anybody besides ourselves. I don't care if you resurrect John and George and it's the reunion of the Beatles, the Super Bowl or whatever. All that matters is our show. You can put anything up against us and we can't compete with that. We can compete with what we're doing." So he's basically calling out WWE. He's saying whatever this is, it's reactionary. It doesn't phase them. So Cam, what are your thoughts on his comments?
Please don't burn your bridge, Chris. Just don't.
Yeah, true. But I guess at this point, Chris Jericho doesn't really care. Like he's just man possessed. He's at the top of his game. Uh, Ziggler, what did you think of the comments?
I mean, fuck it, burn your bridge, do whatever you gotta do. I mean, he's Chris fucking Jericho. I mean, the man is even on the verge of retirement. So who gives a fuck? He has a fucking rock metal, heavy metal band. He can fucking retire right now and have all the money in the world. I mean, who gives a fuck? You know, just let the man say what he wants to say. I mean, it's war, so yeah, it's
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Like at, for a while, WWE was like they're not competition, but then everything they've been doing says they are competition.
Yeah,
So it's good to know that they recognize that, and it's like, hey, it's
I
on
mean,
now.
yeah, I mean Kenny Omega like a few weeks ago, like batch WWE. It was fucking hilarious on the YouTube channel. It was hilarious,
Right.
and like who cares? It's a fucking war. You gotta play dirty sometimes.
True.
And if it's talking shit about your counterparts, and talk shit about it, you know.
True. True. Yeah.
But in the
And
end, we are all the winners because we get great wrestling.
that's so true. They're fighting for our attention, and I think
Yeah,
that's why we are the
yeah.
winners.
And AEW says they listen to the audience, and so far they have been, I believe.
Yeah. Also,
I'll support all of you. You'll get all my money. That is, if I have money.
oh, I love that. Also, quick thoughts on potentially having a stable of Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara, and LAX. What do you guys think of that stable if they come up with a name and let's say a
I
similar
mean, I'm
gear
pretty
and
sure
stuff?
it's official.
Yeah.
Z actually said this during our AEW review. It's an anti-elite.
Oh my God, for real? Bro, I don't want to
Like,
take credit, but I
like
said
that
that
could
on
be
the
an idea.
podcast. Yeah, I remember I said that on the podcast, and I saw a couple of people saying anti-elite. I was like, I mean, I was just kidding, but okay.
It could be an idea.
Yeah. So we'll see if that's actually the name, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the stable comes to does. I'm actually really excited for the stable. Looks very, very intriguing.
I mean, it has. I mean, they they have a great tag team. They have a legend, Chris Jericho, and they have an up and coming star, Sammy Guevara,
And a
and
heavy.
and a heavy Jake Hager. I mean, that's perfect for a stable. That's what you want.
Yeah, they can be a really good stable if they
Also,
assimilate well.
yeah. Also, AEW is gonna have to get a mid card title soon.
I was about to say they need a mid-card belt.
Yeah, they might and NXT it for a while. You know how NXT didn't have a mid card belt for like 2 years? They might
Yeah.
do the same thing.
Oh yeah, they didn't have a mid card belt for like 5 years.
Right.
12, 13, 7 years.
Yeah.
2012 was when they started.
Yeah.
So hopefully they don't go 7 years.
Yeah. Maybe like 2 years or maybe a year or something.
Or just do it stat.
Right. All right. And that is going to be the end of this episode. Thank you everybody who tuned in for this crazy hands-on deck week, as we called it. It was crazy recording so many videos for you guys. Ziggler did a hell of a job editing all the videos. Cam helped out so much with these videos. So yeah, thank you to everybody who's helping us out by watching the videos, subscribing, and yeah, keep supporting us, and we'll keep pumping the content. Every week we'll be uploading episodes like this, and we'll
And
also
maybe
be
we'll get monetized.
maybe one day we get monetized. We got our college kids.
And
Sometimes
maybe we get sponsors.
yeah, we can use the extra money. So keep supporting us, and we'll support you with some great content. And Cam, you got an outro for me today?
Give us money, 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 give us money.
That's it. Hit the music.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed that video, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And click on the channel to check out some more awesome videos like our movie and wrestling debates and our interviews with people like the Wrestling Classic and Jordan Jomo from the IGWC. And we are definitely looking into delivering you all some more content in the near future, so definitely be on the lookout for that. And thank you for your support.